Hey everybody, it's time for our weekly Road to 100K video. We're going to get into what sold on eBay, Poshmark, Etsy, Depop, Grailed, our website, whatnot, and other. We're going to get all into it. We're going to show you what we sold, what to look out for, what kind of trends are happening right now, and also what we ended up putting in our pockets as profit. Are you ready, Bets?
I'm ready.
Let's go. It was a good week. I was very aggressive in the marketing this week. Let me show you what the goals were this week. Let's get started like that. Improve inventory quality. Check. Definitely did that. Clear out old inventory. Check. Definitely did that, which I'll show you in a couple minutes. Source 3 days a week. Yes. We had some great sourcing days this week, especially I think on Friday. It was awesome. Aggressively market with sales, etc. Definitely did that. And design new inventory system. Check. All boxes check. All goals met. We designed a new inventory system where we changed the size of our boxes and we're going only with a number system. We aren't going to letter the boxes anymore because when you have numbers and specific boxes lettered, it just has more chances for someone to screw up along the way and for items to get lost. Because what we've found out is people say it's in box AAF or whatever, but then it's not in box AAF. So having everything just numerical is a better way to go. We've also started doing the plastic bags route with the number on the outside because I think it makes it a lot easier for items to just to pull items because you're just flipping through the bags with the numbers and you don't have to actually dig in the boxes and pull things out. So hopefully it will make things go a lot quicker and not so labor intensive. Not sure if Betsy has a headache. What's going on over here?
I have a knot in my shoulder.
Okay. That's okay. I was like, what is going on back there? Is she seizing? What's happening? So this was a good week, Betsy. We did really good. I think the aggressive marketing is what helped a lot this week. We did two whatnot shows. One of them we sold stuff. One of them was a total bust. But we've decided to make shipping free on whatnot. So let's get into those numbers real quick. Sold 10 items, 67 in gross sales. That now shipping's free. But here's the deal. With shipping, the selling fees were a total of $26.90. We had like $10 cost of goods because the stuff we sold was like maybe $1 each. Maybe it was quarter items or 50-cent items. It wasn't anything real great. It was mostly t-shirts. So our profit is $30.10, which is awesome. It's $3 profit per item after fees, after shipping. That's totally fine for whatnot, for the stuff that we're putting on whatnot and the stuff we're selling. Hey, baby. We're doing our auctions differently on whatnot. So we're not actually pulling, they're not labor intensive at all. We're not actually pulling things out from the inventory anymore and holding them up. We're actually doing it just based on the screen. So we have everything set up and I use an iPad and go to my, take photos or take the video or the image, whatever, the live image of my screen. So you don't get to see the front of the item. You don't get to see you get to see the front. You don't get to see the back. You don't get to see the close-ups, anything else, the tags or whatever. You don't get to see us, which I know is really horrible. I know you don't want to see us anyway. So that was kind of the goal. And we have over 5,100 items now in our clothing inventory, and we're growing rapidly. We're selling a lot, but we're still growing. So the goal was to be able to sell a lot more items than we would be able to normally. So we'll probably be doing several whatnot auctions or shows a week now, and everything will have free shipping. We're hoping to get our store, we're doing clothes right now only, but we're hoping to get our storage finds auctions going up with free shipping also. So that will be awesome when we actually get that. I'm really excited about being on Whatnot. Again, really excited about clearing out inventory and selling more, growing more of a following. That's the goal on Whatnot always. Depop, we had a good week. We sold 3 things. This is actually a good week for Depop, believe it or not. $82.99. $13.27 in selling fees. They're kind of weird. They take out 2 selling fees. It's just kind of strange. Cost of goods was $5. No, cost of goods was $6. I think we had a really cool Levi vest that we paid up for, and then it was just a couple items that we sold basically for, or we paid like $1 each for. So Depop, 3 items sold. The net profit after cost of goods and everything is $63.72. That's pretty good. That's like $20 profit per item. Let's get into Etsy. 1 item sold. Only 1 item. It was a cool item. I wish that Etsy sales would pick up. So I've actually started listing more. I've been listing every day on Etsy, hoping, every day, if you list something every day, some platforms that really helps them know that you are committed, you're there every day, you're listing stuff every day, so they'll give you more views, they'll give you more sales. Not the case on Etsy, but I did sell something for $49.99. It cost me $5. It was a really cool shirt. We'll get into it when I show you the what solds. Poshmark, slow week. $54. Selling stuff for less on Poshmark now, because with all the fees that we pay on eBay, and all the fees on Depop and everything, it's really not. I used to think Poshmark, oh God, I'm paying so much per item. But if you sell things for at least $15, we're really not paying more than we are when we sell things on eBay. In fact, in some cases, it's less. So we sold 3 things, $18 average sale price, not that great. $54 we made at $6 cost of goods, I figured, so $37.20 actual profit. eBay sold 66 things. We sold 51, I think, last week, so it was a much better week. Average sales price went down a little bit because, again, aggressively market with sales. So we're aggressively marketing with sales, coupons, markdowns, etc. So we have a little... the average sales price is a little lower on things because I'm trying to clear out a lot of the old inventory. We've just had it so long, got to get rid of it. The gross sales, though, went up a few $100s to $1542.03. Now, are you ready? $1542.03 times 52. Let's see how close we are at this rate to the 100K. We're at over 80,000. So we still have a ways to go. This series of videos is the road to 100K. So the goal is, even though I show you other platforms, right, and we discuss all of this, the goal is to get this one selling account that we have on eBay that does only clothes, to take it from $0 to $100,000. And we've been going, I think, a little more than a year, but we've switched things out. We used to have 3D items or hard goods. We've taken those off. We used to have, purses and things like that. And we've taken those off and put those on other accounts. So it's just clothing, some shoes at this point. So that's the goal, to get it to 100K. Right now we have about 5,000 items in our inventory. But like I said, a lot of them are older items that we would not buy now. So we're taking those out. Also, there's a lot of items that we only paid $0.25 or 50 cents for. So those we can really, really market aggressively. We don't need to make as much money. If we do, great. If we don't, that's fine too, because we don't have hardly anything invested. I mean, how much do you really have to make on something you pay 25 cents for to be happy with it, right? Shipping was up a little bit, $336.94, because we, again, sold more items. Selling fees were up a little bit, $272. And I'll tell you something, we are paying the extra 5%. Because we have had 10 items come back as item not as described. But here's the thing that really, pisses me off, to be honest, about eBay. There are items that were as described, exactly as described, but people filed item not as described. A couple of them were our fault. I think maybe 4 or 5 of them were our fault. The rest were not, but eBay will not remove them. eBay will not take them off, even though we've proven that they were as described. I think because they want that extra 5%. I really think that's it. Promotion fees, $144.20. Betsy, can you make the dog stop? Cost of goods, $131 this week. So our cost of goods is actually down from last week. Sorry, we have 6 dogs who live in this office area, the home office area with us every day. So it gets a little bit crazy. They're little jerks sometimes. So net profit, $657.36. You're like, you spent what? $1,542 in gross sales and you only make $657. Well, there's a lot of fees and there's a lot of shipping. So selling fees is going to pretty much be around the same. Promotion fees went up. Cost of goods went down a little bit, but shipping was more, because the more items you sell, usually the more your shipping costs are and the more your costs of goods are. So we ended up getting a net profit of $657.36. Now, before you say, wow, that's just not enough or whatever, right? Let's look at it. That's $34,000 profit on eBay a year. Okay, that's not bad. That's pretty good for this account. We have other businesses that we do as well. The Poochie's Pack website, we're actually getting things on that are from wholesale suppliers that we have a relationship with. So if you don't want to just source from thrift stores or source from flea markets, sell used items, sell pre-owned items, or go retail arbitrage and get stuff from TJ Maxx or Marshalls and resell that, then we have new stuff that you can buy that's kind of evergreen. It's replenishable. So you can sell, I hate to do this banana, you can sell, and when you sell out, you can get more. You can't do that with thrifted or flea market stuff. Usually with used stuff, it's very hard to get more. So last week, we were about $690 in profits. This week, we're at $830. Yay us. We did good on all the platforms. I'm hoping the platform that I can really, there's 2 platforms I really am hoping to grow on besides the website. I definitely want to do that too. Check it out, by the way, Poochie's Pack or PoochiesPickers.com. And you can make all the clothing that's on there, you can make offers on. Free shipping on everything, and you can make offers on anything on the website. Which is cool. A lot of people don't have that on their website. Usually the only places you have that on the marketplace is like eBay and Poshmark, where you can make offers. The couple places that I want to grow besides the website, like I said, I want Etsy to grow, okay? And I want Whatnot to grow. Grailed, I don't know. I've pretty much given up on. Mercari, I need to take this off because we have started listing stuff. We have started listing stuff back on Mercari because Mercari now has no seller's fees. So no seller's fees mean, hey, let's list some stuff there and see what we can do. So I need to take that off. So maybe we'll get a sale on Mercari next week. Maybe we won't. But I wanted to support them because they're doing no seller fees, which I personally really like and appreciate. Let's get into what sold. Okay? Let's get into what sold. Okay, I want to tell you also that the $34,000 is on eBay alone. If we were to go and sell this much on each platform every week, we would make over $43,000 net profit from the clothing every year. So let's get into what we sold, shall we? This is a Cool shirt. Cool is a really good brand. Here is their tag, if you will. So it is pronounced cool, and this sold for $23. Might have been a little cheap, but I was happy to get $23. It's a pearl snap. It's just a nice shirt. Cool is a popular brand. Etsy. This is the one that sold. It sold actually for $48.99 because I had it on sale. This is the acoustic. Let's show the design here. Acoustic, huge bone pony. Satisfaction guaranteed. I mean, you do the math. That's just a cool, that's just a cool shirt. A cool shirt. And it came from some sort of producer or something's collection, but I only paid $5 for it. So this one, Betsy loves picking up these, the gingham lace trimmed collar. I always call these like Little House on the Prairie dresses. I know that's not it, but that's what I call them. So it sold for $25. I mean, she probably found this for a quarter, 50 cents, or at the bins for maybe $1. This one, I can't remember where we found this. Bets? The Levi's vest, do you remember? It might have been at the bins. So anyway, it sold for $38, I think, which I was totally happy with. So very cool. It's got the butt pockets on the front. So just a cool item. And we literally paid next to nothing for it. It might have been a quarter or 50 cents. This took forever to sell. I have no idea why. Maybe it's the crappy pictures with the thing folded up. But it's 3XL. Sold it for, I think I sold it for $18 because I was just sick of having it. But it's a really great Ralph Lauren with the big pony, but I just really had a hard time selling it. I put it on 40% off and then still took an offer for it because nobody even bought it at 40% off. 3XLT, Ralph Lauren with the big pony. So, go figure. I know some people do great with things, some people don't do great with things. So maybe that's one of those. Now we're getting into eBay because that is where most of the sales were this week, as is every week. Cool. Here's another cool. You see there the tag. What do we call that? We call that a screen printed tag when it's not actually a paper tag. So this sold for, I think, $30 or $32. It's just a shirt, long sleeve shirt. But the keywords you want to use with cool and brands like it are hiking, trail, outdoors. Those are the keywords, especially this time of year. Hiking, outdoors, trail. Those will sell items, get people noticing them. This is a pair of quarter pants. I think we sold these for $24 on an offer, but literally I paid a quarter for them. Can't beat that, right? Bugatti. We sold a couple of Bugatti. Here is the tag, right? This sold for $20.99 full price. It has a nice little design too. I don't know if you can see it. We've started taking pictures, some different pictures of our photos so you can see or of our items, taking different pictures of our photos. Betsy, why you let me do this?
I'm sorry.
I said we're taking different pictures of our photos.
Well,
I don't think she still knows what I'm talking about.
different pictures of our items.
She may never know. So to show off the patterns, we've started doing this. Tommy Bahama always sells well for us. It's weird because brands like Tommy Bahama I sell. Boom, 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 boom. And then I have a Psycho Bunny, a really cool Psycho Bunny, which is a really good brand, very popular sweatshirt. That doesn't sell. I mean, it's priced for a little more, but it doesn't sell. It's like, why? I don't understand it. But this sold for, I think, full price of $29.39. It might have had a coupon, so it might have sold for $24.39. But still, I paid like $4, $5 for it. Happy with the sale. Thomas Pink I always try to get, especially the white shirts, because they sell really well. We never keep them for very long. I've sold tuxedo shirts for more, but the normal it's cool because the button has pink thread Just a cool brand. We sold this probably for $25, and paid $4.50 for it. Texas Rangers jersey, paid $8 for this, I think, a long time ago. I'm not sure. This might have been a bins item, but the most we paid is $8 for it, and it sold for. I don't think it sold for $56.99. I think it sold for. I think it sold for $40 or $45. Bugatti. Here's another one. This is a beautiful print. See, you see that picture there, right? You can't really see the print, but if you come in, you can see it's a really cool, like, geometric pattern. So we have changed the way we're taking items. We'll take a picture of an item and go from like here so people can see the print. This is also cool because it's that, what is that called, Betsy? That ombre style where it's light on one end and darker on the other. So that sold for, I think, $25. Gary Player pants. This is one of those god-awful eBay can't figure out to remove the entire background. Literally, though, these were 25 or 50 cents, and we sold them for $24.99. Smokey Gel Pants. Now, here's the deal, guys. I've gotten some of these for a quarter, 50 cents, and they sell pretty damn quick. The last ones I got sold very quick, so I don't know what's going on with Smokey Joe's, but people like them. People like them. So these sold for $23.74. We had these a little bit longer than the other ones, but still sold. And again, we paid literally probably a quarter or 50 cents. These, I have stopped buying shoes pretty much because I am so disgusted with the shoe market, for us anyway. We just do horrible with shoes. These sold for, I think, $15. I think I took an offer with a little bit off, or I sold them for $17.09. I don't know. But they're just like, God, they took forever and a week to sell. So be really careful what you're buying as far as shoes, as far as Nikes. I think those are probably in a mystery box we picked up. So be really careful with the mystery boxes too, because some of the items in them usually you're going to have for a very long time and may not make any money at all. The North Face, we've had this for a long time. I finally said, I'm marking it down, put it on 40% off. So a nice, large women's North Face fleece jacket sold for $14.62. So you should check out Poochie's Pickers on eBay, because when we've had it long enough, I will mark it down like that. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Owl shirt. This one I literally spent, I think, 50 cents for. In fact, I'm sure it was at the Friday place we go to, the 50-cent day. So it's just a really cool stars, stripes, red, white, and blue. I wanted to show this to you because 4th of July is coming up. So I think this sold for $15 and again paid 50 cents for it. 4th of July is coming up. People are going to want patriotic clothing because every year they do. We've been selling quite a bit of it lately. This is from the bins. I think I sold this for $33. It's a 70s, 80s vest, the old style skiing vest with the old tag. Just really cool design, guys. Look at that. Very cool. So at the bins, it was probably $1 or $2 is what it cost. It still had a boutique tag because it was at a vintage clothing boutique somewhere in the area of the Goodwill bins that I had gone to. But yeah, they didn't put it on eBay apparently because it sold and it didn't take that long. This is a bins item too, Dear Evan Hansen. I had no idea what this was. I was like, what is this? I have no idea. But I thought it was interesting because Dear Evan Hansen is the tag, right? You will be found, Dear Evan Hansen, and then on the back it says Dear Evan Hansen. So I was like, what is this? So it's a Broadway musical. So it sold for, I think, $16, and we probably at the bins paid 50 cents for it. I wanted to show you this just because, not because the brand is that great. It's an okay brand, I guess, but it's just a nice shirt. It's in a plus size. It has nice colors on it. It's a nice design. So sometimes don't go with what everybody says, this brand, this brand, this brand, because nice clothing that has, well, Betsy calls it factor stacking, but I just say nice clothing that is nice will sell. It should sell. You just have to find the right price point for it. So this 3XL, that's one factor. It has the flat pockets that people like. Let me show you those. People like these flat pockets, okay? And it's the nice colors, light spring summer shirt. So that's why I got it. I think literally it was probably 25 cents or 50 cents. But that's some of the stuff we get, that we get it really, really cheap. It may not be a great brand, but it sells, because there are other factors besides brand that make things sell, that make things make people buy things. Vineyard Vines. Here's a good example. Vineyard Vines. This is a really cool light hoodie. It is striped. I don't know if you can see that. Really, really thin, like stripes. It's got a really cool design on the front with the surfboard. Sold for $14.24. I could not get $24.99. I couldn't get anywhere close to that, so I put it on 40% off, and it sold. And even then, it didn't sell right away. So not all brands are great. Carart Shirt. This is a shirt. It kind of looks like a jacket or a shacket, but it is only a denim shirt. There's the tag. Just a nice Carart shirt. It has pearl snaps. So it sold for $19.94. I had it at $34.99 originally. No interest. So finally, after a while, I just mark stuff to 40% off, whether it's a good brand or not, just to get it moving. That way, the goal always is, and your goal should be too, is to move stuff. You want to sell it, not collect it. And the more stuff you move that's older, the more new stuff you can buy. So if I have a Vineyard Vines that I think is worth, $25, and I have to sell it for $15, so I don't make the $10 or $15 profit that I wanted, I make $5 profit, okay? That's the $5 back that I paid for the item that I'm getting back, and then I have another $5, so I can invest in another item or another 2 items. You understand? So sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and move stuff and not hang on to it. Sometimes, you just want to hang on to stuff because you think it's really good, and especially if you have something that's like $100 and somebody offers you $50 or somebody offers you $40 or $35. I can't even remember what I had. It was a $50 shirt and someone offered me $5. And on those, I don't even counteroffer. I just decline. I want to decline with a message, but I don't. But I think it. I think bad thoughts about them. I really do. I'm going to admit it. But sometimes, if you get an offer on something that's $100 for $50 and you've had it for a long time, you might want to consider taking the $50, because then you have money to reinvest into your business, and that's always the goal. This, I think it sold for 12 or 13, which I was fine with. It's a bins item or a quarter item. Sonic polo shirt. I'm not even sure if this is the Sonic shirt that they wear now. Okay, $4.99 red tag. That means it was either a quarter or 50 cents. So that's what I paid for this. Uniforms we do pretty well with sometimes. Sometimes we don't because they're outdated or whatever. But I will pick them up if they're, a good company and they're cheap. Polo Ralph Lauren sweatshirt. I think we sold this for $35. This is just a really nice rugby style is what you call this. When you have the bold lines, the bold stripes, I call it rugby style. It's just a nice item. We have been actually selling quite a bit of Ralph Lauren, which I am very excited about because I have been buying the hell out of Ralph Lauren lately. Not lately, for a long time. So we've been marking it on sale. We've been marketing it aggressively, like I said, with on sale coupons, sending offers to people. So all of that is the reason I think why we've been selling it all of a sudden, which is awesome. This is just an older one. You can tell from the label. The newer labels are kind of a more colorful blue. I don't know. And they have yellow writing on them, but this one has the flesh pony, as you can see. Some people call this the color pony, but it's the flesh pony. So either flesh or color, but we use flesh pony. So that sold for $23.36. And we pay usually for Ralph Lauren $4.50. Sometimes we get it for less. Sometimes we get it for like $3. I got some for this weekend. So I was happy with that. But it's always, Ralph Lauren is always going to sell. You just have to find the right price point to sell it at. Some of them you might have to sell just for cost, because you made a bad purchase. A lot of the normal polo shirts, you may have to do that. You may not make a lot of money. Sorry, my eye itches. But after a while, just move them and find other stuff. Like I showed you that big Ralph Lauren with the big pony. I had that for so long. I thought for sure it was going to sell because it had the big pony. It had the number on the sleeve. It was a really cool item. And it was a larger size, a plus size. Just did not sell. So finally I was like, I'm going to make my money back out of it. I'm going to go and just buy something else. And that is how you move through the inventory. You don't want to keep things for too long. If you're not going to, if you've had, that's my opinion anyway. I know if you have a lot of vintage clothing, it has its longer tail, so it's going to take longer to sell. So you don't want to mark those down too aggressively. But if it's like Ralph Lauren, just standard button-up or polo shirts, you want to be aggressive with your pricing because there's so many, and the sell-through rate is not that good anymore. So you want to be more aggressive with your marketing and your pricing so you can sell things. Let other people hang on to theirs, but you want to sell yours. Like this Greg Norman jacket. I think we paid $5 for this. I'm not even sure. It might have been less. Might have been, the most we paid is $5.50. Okay, I'll say that. And it sold for $20. And it sold pretty quick. A lot of golfing stuff is selling, so golfing stuff is good to be buying now. Shorts, swim trunks, the board shorts are good. Sandals, if you're into shoes, are good. We finally sold a pair of, what's the name of that sandal, Betsy? What's the name of the yuppie? Birkenstock, the yuppie sandals. Birkenstocks, we finally sold a pair of those we've had forever. So those are things that are good to be buying right now. New Balance jacket, this is a windbreaker. It's got the hoodie, sold for $21.37 on sale. I think it sold for $21.37. Not the greatest item, but literally we probably paid 25 or 50 cents. I know I didn't pay that much for that, dollar at the most. NYC. So in case you don't know, that is how you pronounce it, NYC. Like I've pronounced it every kind of way in my life. In ice, INSEE. It's NYC, just like New York City. And Sean Combs bought Diddy, who's having all the legal problems, all the problems with the feds now, bought this company. So the more recent ones will say a Sean Combs company. But this is cool because it has the back hits. They're baggy shorts. Those are really, really popular now. So the keywords you use, baggy, hip-hop, skate, Y2K. Those are all the keywords that you use for items like this. So literally, man, I don't know what we paid for these. Probably a couple bucks. And they sold for $23.74. Kennington. So this is another one where we're looking at different factors to sell it. It didn't sell for that much, but I wanted to show you that it's not a great brand. It's not a good brand, but I like the pattern. The pattern was very bold and bright. I like the size, 2XL, so I picked it at probably I think this is a quarter item actually. And sometimes I see things at these stores, right? The ones that do quarter and 50-cent day. And I'm like, I'm going to wait until that goes down to a quarter. If somebody else gets it, God bless them. But I'm going to wait till it goes down to a quarter or 50 cents. So on the discount day, I'll buy it then. And this sold for $17.81. So I paid a quarter and it sold for $17.81. So pretty good deal. AC Milan jacket. We've had this one a little while, but it was so cool. I think I paid maybe $5 for this. I'm not exactly sure where I got it, but I know I have a photographic memory. Stop it, Wiley. I have a photographic memory of what I pay for stuff pretty much. That's the benefit of being cheap, right, Bets?
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I wouldn't pay that for it. So probably $5.50 is the most I paid for this. But it's just an AC Milan soccer jersey, coat, jacket. So just a nice shirt sold for $35.62, and again, I probably paid $5.50 at the most for it. This is a dollar shirt, so we would have paid $1 for this probably, maybe less. I think it sold for $17.09. Might have sold for less than that on an offer, but still, we paid $1 for it. This is one of the ones we're trying to move out of the store. So that is it for what sold. What you want to be looking for now, things to source, is you want to be looking for summer items. People are buying clothes for summer. You want to be looking for the hot items, which a lot of the Y2K stuff is hot. The baggy pants, the baggy shorts, board shorts you want to look out for, and golfing. So if you want to stay out of the summer slowdown, right? A lot of people are slowing down on their sales now, and our sales are up. I mean, if you look, let's look here. Our sales are up 17% on eBay alone. So if you want your sales to grow and you don't want to have this whole summer slowdown thing, you need to shop wisely, source wisely, and you need to find stuff that is going to be selling now. Okay? The stuff that isn't selling, mark it down. Be aggressive. Make yourself the money. Get yourself that money back in your pocket. Even if you aren't going to make any profit on it, get that money back in your pocket so you can go out and source more and source for the season that we're in. Okay. I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed the video. We are creeping up to 100,000 in sales. Our goals next week will pretty much be the same as this week. Improve the inventory quality is a big one, and aggressively market with sales, etc. Probably another one will be to go to the bins at least one time this week, because we do really well when we go to the bins. We also want to source more on quarter day and on 50-cent day, because that's kind of a no-brainer. Something I wanted to talk to you about that I've noticed is on our items on eBay. Let me show you. Let me see if I can show you. So usually we don't go this way, right? Usually I just show you what is happening as far as, okay. Usually I just show you what's happening as far as sales, but I want to go a little bit deeper this week. You see we have stuff on sale, right? I want to show you that sometimes stuff that is not a popular brand or whatever will get a lot more views than other things. So don't just go by brand alone when you're sourcing and selling stuff. So Harley stuff has been down for a while. This is just an NC State jacket, right? NC State Wolfpack. It's got 23 views. This is a Drake shirt, 12 views. So let me see what I can find here that will prove my point. Apparently nothing. Okay, so this is North Face, right? It only has 6 views. It's a quilted vest, okay? North Face, it has 6 views. Magellan's not really going to prove that. But North Face is a good brand that people look for all the time. Magellan is usually a brand that people pass by. So the North Face has 6 views. Magellan, though, has 4. So let's go to another page and see if I can find something to show what I'm talking about. course I'm not going to. Of course. Okay, so here's one. I'll show you this right here. These have been on for the same amount of time, right? Tommy Bahama is a brand that usually people say pick up, especially in the bright, bold prints like this one is. This one has 18 views, okay, for Tommy Bahama. Now we're going to go down here, and I'm going to show you Mossy Oak, which is not a brand that a lot of people go, pick up Mossy Oak, right? It's not one of the hot brands on the list. That has 32 views. So Mossy Oak has basically twice as many views as the Tommy Bahama brand. Here's another one, Stussy, right? People love Stussy. It's a streetwear brand. It's very popular. I've got this on a big sale, right? It's 8-ball, really cool tie-dye. It's the time of year for a tank top. I've only got 7 views on it, but let's go up and find something else. Okay, Ruby Road. So that has 7 views. Stussy's a hot brand, right? Ruby Road, not a hot brand at all. When you talk about not hot brands, Ruby Road would probably be near the top of that. But this is a geometric print. It is embellished. It is 1X, so it's a plus size, so it has just as many views as the hot Stussy item. So brand is not everything, okay? Brand is not everything. Here's a Ralph Lauren, which is a good brand. It's $13.53 for a button-up Ralph Lauren, and it only has 1 view. So brand's not everything. I just wanted to make that clear. I hope this helped you. I hope you liked the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, click the bell. I know that's a lot. I know it's a lot. I know everybody asks you to do it, but it really does help the channel, and I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to buy low, sell high, and like I said, subscribe. We'll see you next week, and hopefully we will have a better sales week next week. Hopefully we'll have more on Whatnot. We'll have more on Etsy. So wish us luck. Good luck to you selling, and we'll see you next week.